What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Most of us, especially if you like 40 and older, you grew up in the black church, and of course we used to have those people. If you can remember the testify service, some of them call it test-a-lying instead of testifying. So people would come up and talk about what God did for them. We had one deacon named Deacon Davis, and man, he'd be there speaking in tongues and lying, and that would be hitting that crack house soon as the service be over. And y'all know people like that. We love people like that, but we know they ain't about nothing, right? So this is what happens in church. And also you see ladies who want to give themselves over to God. This is real true, especially if they've been promiscuous. If they have a history of being promiscuous, those are the ones that go real hard for Jesus. I mean, like if you see them on Instagram, they're quoting Bible verses in the morning. They just going real hard. They in the choir real tough. They in the usher board real tough. I mean, they're just like they become like Bible warriors for Jesus and everything. Every time you talk to them, it's about like the Lord, right? You don't even want to talk to them no more because they're just so high strung about Jesus, right? And this seemed to be the case with Blac Chyna. And if you guys don't remember, she gave herself over to God. This is what she had to say on this clip.
On this Good Friday, I want to tell you a story of transformation and redemption. If you look back at the last few years, model Blac Chyna was starring in tabloids, on OnlyFans, and stuck in some major public feuds. But now she's deactivated her OnlyFans account. She got baptized, and she's even started going by her birth name, Angela Renee White. This week, she announced her latest achievement, getting her doctorate from a Bible college. Joining me now is Angela White. Angela, thank you so much for being here. Happy Easter, or Holy Week, anyway. What was the deciding factor for you to make this change? I mean, you were making great money. You achieved fame. Why did you give that life up?
I had to. Honestly, the life that I was living, it was fast-paced, money coming in, money going out. And I just honestly kept running into like all these problems and these issues and this and that and lawsuits. And I was like, you know what? Like, I need to change. Like, I have to change my life. I can't be living like this. I have 2 beautiful babies. I have businesses. And I had to really just get back to myself. I kind of lost myself, honestly.
Was there one moment that you said, I got to change this now? Was there one deciding moment?
It was, the deciding moment was on my birthday. So I got baptized on my birthday. And then from there, I just started putting in the work, People have to also realize once you get baptized, you have to be willing to also change everything about you so you can start moving into the light.
Yeah, and Angela, you talked about removing one of your tattoos on Instagram. I want to talk to you about this. Listen.
Okay. Y'all know that I have this Baphomet tattoo, right? It got to come off. You know what I mean? I'm not about to have no mark of the beast, anything like that. I just don't want anything negative or demonic on my body anymore.
Angela, when did you realize how dangerous this was spiritually? And this wasn't the only addition that you removed from your body, by the way.
The more I started reading the Bible, and it's so bizarre to me because at the time, I didn't see nothing wrong with it. And that's like the issue, We don't see things that we're doing wrong because we're actually sitting in that moment. And I just started like praying to God, and taking the proper steps, going to church, and just really focusing like on myself and my spirit.
Yeah, well, I love that it's not only a spiritual transformation, but a physical one. I mean, you've had fillers in your face dissolved, you're removing tattoos. What's next for Angela White?
What's next for me? I'm going to continue my journey with the Bible for sure, and just work on myself, just honestly work on myself and work on my businesses and different ways of making income because the way that I was making income wasn't right. So now I have to like really just dive deep into my studies and to my work ethic.
Well, the new Angela fits you perfectly. Thank you, and have a blessed Easter. Thanks for being with us.
You too.
So guys, that's what happened with Blac Chyna, right? She was praising God and got the BBLs removed, and she was living that fast life. And a lot of brothers didn't really take it serious, right? And you brothers was right. And again, I know that people can change, people deserve a second chance. And I made the case for her. I said, if she proves that she's making a second chance, you know, she ain't doing it. If she's not doing it like 5 years from now, I think it's good to take her serious. Boy, did I speak too fast. And again, this is just like 2 weeks ago I made the video. Blac Chyna couldn't even make it 10 days. Blac Chyna is having her birthday party, right? At a strip club. The name of the strip club is called Wonderland. Okay? New York's Wonderland. Let me say this. Number one, a lot of these ladies, when they decide that they want to turn to religion, and a lot of brothers too, you forget the discipline that certain things take. And as black men, we know it. When being joining religion or even join, you know, gyms and stuff like that, diets, those things take a lot of restraint. And with Blac Chyna, she forgets that you can't be at the strip club talking about Jesus. But I'm gonna tell you exactly why she can. Because this is a generation where you can just do anything and get away with it. This is not like the generation of before where you actually had rules in churches. Guys who grew up in church, you know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all came from those Pentecostal churches that started like 8 in the morning and then go home till like 10 o'clock at night because you had all them services. You have to put up your one finger if you want to get up and go walk to the bathroom and stuff. Excuse yourself. Yeah, those were serious rules where you couldn't even, and just a little bit before my generation, some folks couldn't even wear makeup in certain churches. Pants, no. So no makeup, full service sanctified. It is strict. Now, it ain't no rules. And that's why you started seeing a lot of brothers talking about some of the biggest 304s was at church. Because brothers started to see it wasn't really no rules. So now when it ain't no rules in the game, you don't really have to do anything, then it is typically okay when you don't have to abide by anything. Being a Christian is easy when you ain't got to do nothing. Because you can always ask God to forgive you. And who is going to say anything about it? Like now in the game, everything is okay in church. I mean, you got the whole, L thing going on that's more adamant. Nobody can really speak out against that in churches. That wasn't the case 30 years ago. You could literally lose your minister of music job. I guarantee you can't do it now. You can't be a minister of music and then, you know, if you get caught doing something, you can't lose your job. No, that's discrimination, I would guess. Then the pastor, he doing whatever the hell he want to do. So it's never been a better time to be a Christian. Never. This is the best time because you can get away with everything you want to, at least on earth. The reality is that these organizations have to have rules. They have to have standards. And because they don't, anybody can come in and do anything. That's what's even happening with some of the programs, even the Black Elite. The Black Elite, like Jack and Jill, from what I understand, that's getting a little bit more liberal. You used to have to have tough rules to get in there. I hear it's a little easier now. I mean, they still ain't invited me, but that's what I'm saying. The world is getting easier to obtain. That's the issue that we're talking about. And for somebody like her, if you're going to have a birthday party at a strip club, how do you expect anybody to take you serious? Like how? I'm going to tell you who's going to take you serious. Not a goddamn person. Nobody at all. And she talking about, well, she got tired of doing the fast money. It seemed like the other money ain't coming fast enough. It ain't coming fast enough. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. We're out.